Do you love great music? I know I do. So most people know Fat Joe as a hip-hop legend, but few know the story that defined him before the fame. Just when he was 19 years old, Fat Joe walked into a hospital room and heard the words that would change his life forever. The doctors looked at him and said, "Your son has Down syndrome, and he's going to face some very serious challenges." And then something happened next that no young father would expect. The baby's mother said, "Nope, I can't do it." And she wanted to give the child up for adoption. For a moment, everything stood still. Joe was just a teenager. There was no money, there was no fame, there was no roadmap for what came next. And doctors worried that raising a child with Down syndrome can be very difficult at times. And suddenly, the responsibility of that life was just sitting there right in front of him. But then his mother spoke up. She looked at the situation and made one thing clear. Her grandson was going nowhere. Adoption was not an option. Family made the decision that day that they would raise him together. And from that moment on, Fat Joe's son, Joey, became the center of their world. The baby mother left, and according to Fat Joe, she never did come back. So what started as a moment of fear became something unexpected. Joey didn't grow up surrounded by doubt. He grew up surrounded by family. Fat Joe and his parents raised him with love, patience, and most importantly, protection. Years later, when Fat Joe spoke about that moment on Shannon Sharp's podcast Club Shay Shay, he said something powerful. He's like, "I don't know how to give up on my kids. I don't know how not to love my kids. That's impossible." And Joey grew up happy, not just normal happy. Fat Joe says his son lives in a constant state of joy. If you're stuck somewhere, he's stuck in happiness. Today, Joey's in his 30s, and according to Fat Joe, he's the don of the household, the boss. He sits at the head of the table. He knows exactly who his younger siblings are, and he gets whatever he wants. But there's even one small detail to show just how unique Joey is. Fat Joe says that Joey will only sleep if someone is sitting nearby, watching him. And he's been that way his entire life. Not out of fear, but out of comfort. Because his whole life, someone has always been there. Looking back now, Fat Joe says something that might surprise people. He said that his son Joey is the greatest blessing in his life. Not his fame, not all of his great music, not the success, Joey. Because when the world said this child would be a challenge, Fat Joe chose to love instead. And sometimes the strongest kind of fatherhood is simply refusing to walk away.